Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Bearable Bull here. And I got this aggressively average content for you today, as this video is gonna make a lot of people mad. Oh boy, you're a hype artist. Why are you shilling these unrealistic values for XRP? Oh, watch till the end of this video, and you're gonna realize nothing is too unrealistic for XRP to achieve. But first, ladies and gentlemen, you all have to realize that buying altcoins right now is like buying them during the COVID-19 crash, the FTX dump, the yen carry trade crash, and we all know what happened after that. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can see on the screen right now, all these indicators let all of you know that a seismic reversal is happening in the altcoin chart that will 10 to 20 to maybe even 30x our entire portfolios for the altcoins we own. This is not a drill. In 2021, there was an altcoin season, but it was limited. And we were left bag holding a lot of coins for too long. But in 2025, there is no doubt as to what's going to happen next. What you all need to realize is that in just a few days, we are going to see a seismic shift. Altcoins are dramatically oversold. At every single one of these major events, we saw a market reversal. And the major event that's going to happen is that a Federal Reserve rate cut is coming. Donald Trump is calling for it actively. This is extremely important. And the reason this is important is because the Charlie Kirk death could very well be a catalyst for another event that's bound to come to justify interest rate cuts at a bigger level. Every time they have massive rate cuts, they always need an event to coincide with it. And this time around, let's see what they're about to reveal to the world. There are no accidents on the global stage and with the global macro environment. There's no random events when it comes to Fed policy. This is the synchronistic rollout for the brand new financial system. And this is 2025, the year we all make generational wealth all at once. Now here, as we see that the Fed are set to cut rates this week, stocks have hit all-time highs. Credit spreads are near record lows. Gold is at record highs. And Bitcoin is close to record highs as well. All these confluences together signal to me, along with rate cuts, that there is likely going to be a very short-term pullback right before we catapult into the stratosphere, my friends. I've been in this market for years, and it happens time and time again. But the difference now, ladies and gentlemen, is that we have a pro-crypto SEC chair. Remember, Paul Atkins is now the chair of the SEC. And the SEC is going to be issuing warnings to crypto companies before actually hitting them with tough enforcement actions. Unlike Gary Gensler's regulation by enforcement attack against the crypto space, this is going to allow people and entrepreneurs to try and break things, stretch the limit of the rules without the fear of penalties, fines, and even jail time. Let me make myself clear, there is criminal activity, fraud, scams rampant in crypto. However, as we know in the XRP army, credible companies like Ripple and credible cryptos like XRP got falsely accused of foul play. And this is the problem I have. They had been compliant with regulations and actively working with regulators. And yet they're the ones that suffered for 5 years through a lawsuit. Now we have a very better environment. Now Ripple has taken on the shield of truth to protect the crypto space from any and all arrows being thrown its way. And we have a better regulatory environment because of it. Mark my words, my friends. Ripple will be immortalized in the crypto space. And I can't stress that enough. They fought the good fight and won the battle for all of crypto to thrive. And Ripple and XRP are going to be a major reason why this crypto cycle will be the best one yet. Now, my friends, I don't just want you to listen to me let you know it's altcoin season. I want to give you constant reassurance from numerous different analysts and content creators that they don't have a doubt it's altcoin season as well. Hear from Virtual Bacon, no doubt it's altcoin season as Bitcoin dominance is in a weekly downtrend, well below the 50-week SMA, and this move is more convincing than anything in 2.5 years. He's shifted 80% of his portfolio into altcoins, and with large caps likely moving before mid to low caps, I see XRP being a market leader in the short term and front running the market to give us massive ROI for a big fat altcoin rotation. And if that happens, the XRP army is really gonna stand winning in this cycle. Please take a listen.
There's no question in my mind that this is all season. Look at the downtrend on Bitcoin dominance on the weekly. It doesn't get clearer than this. I mean, we're way past the number of weeks that the Trump altcoin rally has brought. And in terms of moving average, we're way below the 50-week SMA. And in terms of trend, we are in a weekly downtrend. This is way more convincing here than the Trump rally and way more convincing than anything over the last 2.5 years. So I don't know what kind of thing you're smoking. If you're still not looking at altcoins, this is the time to be looking at altcoins. Don't let PTSD blind you. Just look at the facts. Look at what the chart is telling us. And Bitcoin dominance is downtrending on weekly. So that's it. Want to focus heavily on altcoins. My portfolio right now is 20% Bitcoin only and 80% in altcoins. I am still targeting large cap altcoins first before going to mid caps and low caps. I'm taking the time there, but I don't think the risk in large cap altcoins is that high anymore at this point. So Ethereum, Solana, XRP, Cardano, BNB, Doge, whatever. These are all really good picks right now. Just keep holding them.
Just keep holding, just keep holding, just keep holding, holding. Ladies and gentlemen, just like you heard, you need to realize that we are very close to finally seeing all these coins rip. And when they do, everyone will have gotten left behind. Now, what's important that you guys realize is that Jake Claver, one of the more active XRP community members, has been discussing this theory about price stability for XRP after price appreciation due to utility and sustained use case. And this is a very real possibility and something I actually believe in. Currently and historically in the crypto market, we have seen speculative bull runs, which have been the reason for why cryptos crash 70 to 95% for most coins. However, with sustained use cases, like hypothetically XRP taking over Swift volume or helping tokenize the stock market or being used with the DTCC, those use cases aren't just going to stop and send XRP down 90%. No, those use cases are going to cause XRP to stay steady at a certain level as a bare minimum and have a range where it likely trades in that is much higher. This will be the magic of crypto. That will be the network effect. And this is what's so different about the crypto space versus the stock market. XRP will be one of the first coins that truly benefits from this. And once the world realizes what crypto can actually do, it'll be too late.
What do you mean this year? This year it'll be worth 2,500?
It could be by the end of the year.
Guaranteed in your mind. If it ain't done by 2 years, it doesn't matter.
So the reverse carry trade Like these things that I've mentioned, these are catalysts that have to transpire. Like those things.
But are they coming?
They are on the doorstep.
Are they inevitable?
They're inevitable.
So when that happens, XRP, I start to see it rise. My account's going, duh, 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 duh. Should I liquidate? Will it come back down once it's all stabilized, or will it remain that high and higher?
It'll remain that high and higher. And the reason for that is there'll be enough liquidity in it, like we talked about before, for these counterparties that settle transactions to do that all day long, but use XRP. So Swift settles $5 trillion a day. If that volume moves onto the network when XRP is $100, it'll stay there. If they start settling the back end of the stock market, which is $5 to $6 trillion a day, now we have more demand, and it's going to move to another price and stay there because it's got sustained demand and volume from the settlement of those networks and those markets.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think a lot of you understand how hard it's been to hold XRP for 8 years. I've been in crypto since 2016, and it's been a fucking ride. I've learned so much, been through 2 entire cycles, 3 different bear markets, everything in between, SEC lawsuit. It's been a supreme test of character holding XRP. We've been right about so much while simultaneously being punished financially due to government corruption. And that's been a bitch. But it's about to be worth it. Because while we were over here correct, while not making the ROI we deserved, now the truth is going to set us free. The price is going to be revealed. The true valuation of XRP will be defined with no litigation as a shackle to stop the price from showing itself. ETFs have started going live. Rate cuts are about to start. AMMs, F assets, RLUSD liquidity. Everything is aligning for the perfect XRP storm. Ladies and gentlemen, what Jay Claver said was on point. While I do believe there will be a pullback in the XRP price, because we are still in a speculative market, there will be a moment where after all these geopolitical events occur, the revaluation of the dollar occurs, the potential revaluation of XRP, the potential paying back of government debt with crypto price appreciation as well as gold repricing. When all these things happen, tokenized assets, real world assets will be on chain. The value of these cryptos will be set at higher levels and then will oscillate at those higher levels with potentially never being able to go down again. If you hold XRP and other cryptos now, you will be godfathered into the new 1%, and I can't stress that enough. We are in the final moments before these low prices will no longer exist, and we will be levels higher to where the ROI won't even be worth it, if I'm being honest with you. But for those of us that have persevered, we deserve every dollar we're about to get. Chinese bamboo, baby. To infinity and beyond. Now, for a lot of you, you haven't seen the outros of my videos with the Chinese bamboo parable. But for years, I've brought up the story of the Chinese bamboo tree to every single one of you. And now is where the 5 years of watering finally begins to break ground. I've always stressed the importance of being prepared. An ounce of prevention beats a pound of cure. And here in 2025, it's better to be prepared with one of the best and most customer-focused crypto exchanges in the world. The Caleb and Brown team has around-the-clock service and withdrawal process that I believe clients need to best succeed during mass crypto volume. Coinbase shuts down during the peak of the bull run when you need to sell. These exchanges manipulate your ability to take profits, and you can't get caught with your pants down. When other exchanges fail, Caleb and Brown will be there to have your back. And that's why I'm shilling them at the top of my lungs on this channel every single day. And in addition, on my OnlyFans at onlyfans.com/thebearablebull, I have a crypto that you can buy on Caleb and Brown. This crypto is going to give everyone potentially a 40x on their investment. I'm hyper bullish on it. And I've taken a larger position in it in my portfolio than I ever expected to. The link to Caleb and Brown is down in the description below. And please follow me on OnlyFans to see that coin, because this entry point is oh so juicy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Bearable Bull here. Thanks for tuning in. As always, I appreciate every single one of you. Now I'll be back tomorrow with another video.